Hey, it's TDA, and today I want to show you a game that I actually came across while doing my research for Incremental Week. That is not an incremental game, so it didn't fit in that week, but I think it's a really fun game. I've had a lot of fun playing it so far, and I'm just going to kind of dive in and tell you about it. So what we're doing is we're playing a character in kind of like a bullet hell game, and you unlock multiple different characters as you go. It has a roguelike quality to that. Now, the first character you unlock is what I'm going to be playing with, as I have already unlocked quite a few levels about it, and that's the Archer. So we're just going to jump in, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So, first of all, there's a whole lot of mastery levels to unlock. I've only done a couple of runs so far, but I'm up to mastery level 5 now. And as you level up your class, you unlock certain abilities. Those are not majorly impactful, honestly, but the main abilities that you will get during this game are the ones you get in a run. Now, this is the entire game. You stand in the middle of a cross, and you're going to be, in this case, because I'm playing an Archer, shooting arrows at enemies that will be coming at you from different directions. Now, because I am playing at Mastery 5, I believe, the enemies will be more difficult than what you start out with initially, but of course you can ramp up the difficulty depending on whatever you want to do. Now, I'm actually going to ramp up the speed a little bit to 1.5, and while I was doing that, I got myself into a little trouble, so I just popped my ability that you can see in the bottom left. That is a kind of ability where you start shooting quicker. Now, this is just one ability that we start out with. We're going to get more as we play. Okay, now let's see here. We start out with a talent tree. We can't actually see what is in the rest of the talent tree, so we just kind of have to guess and unlock things as we go. This will give us some experience. This will give us some knockback. This is kind of paths that are crossing each other, but you can't intersect, so that's something to watch out. And as you kind of explore the talent tree, you find some lights in the darkness that can help you decide where you want to go. So here we have an epic collector that will give us a small chance of getting a lot of experience, which is always good. This is just going to get us some crits, and then first we have our first rare thing over here, which is an energy collector. Now, this is a 3% chance to drop a battery when killed. That will allow you to get a additional charge to your ability, because you can't just spam these, they are limited in use. So actually picking this up right now is not majorly useful, but any other abilities that we pick up will also be able to benefit from this. The next talent up here is damage, so that's really nice. And we also just found a talent package. We'll be working our way towards that, but for now, let's just go into another night. Now, I sped up the game a little bit, mostly because it's a little bit boring if you play it too slow. At least that's just my opinion, but it is definitely a lot easier to play when you space so, because even though I'm kind of auto-firing, if you aim in the wrong direction, you are going to get yourself into a lot of trouble, and I just got hit there as well. So, you know, yeah, if I die, it's probably my mistake of playing at too high of a speed, but we survived, so I think we'll be fine. So that's another 5 talent points gained. You do gain more talent points depending on how many enemies you kill, but also how many enemies you kill before getting hit yourself. So yeah, getting hit is definitely not something we want to do. Anyway, this is damage. Range up is actually really nice, because as you might have noticed, my arrows don't reach the entire width of the cross. But I am probably going into this direction just to get those experience points as early as we can. What's this? Attack speed. This is a 3% chance to gain some attack speed for the rest of the night. So this is not permanent, this is just during that night. This will give us health if we sorry, this is actually not, that's a different one. This is going to give us 3 attack damage for 5 seconds, just a temporary buff. Not all that useful, so let's just keep working towards this one and then go straight for that one. But we're once again out of talent points, so up to night 3. Now, every night new enemies will start spawning, more difficult enemies will start spawning as well. For example, you see these mouse enemies kind of diving under the ground here. Those were not in my initial lower tier run, so yeah, this is actually going to cut it really close. Nope, I got hit there, and that reset my multiplier on my health. Oh well, that was just me being stupid. I am talking and playing at the same time, so you could probably do a lot better than I can, but yeah. Anyway, this is going to give us a lot of experience, hopefully. And then we're just a few levels away from our talent package. And there we go again. There is only 20 knights per run, so there is, especially if you play at a slightly higher speed, you can do quite a few runs if you just play for an hour or so. Maybe like 20 minutes per run, something like that, maybe even less actually. But let's try not to get hit this time around and kind of use my abilities a little bit more proactive. Remember, we do have that ability that will recharge our things. There we go, that's one of them, I think. So we should not run out of charges too quickly, I believe. There we go. Look, we didn't get hit that time around. Okay, so we got 7 talent points now. That's really nice. And we're going to unlock this talent package. Now we're going to be able to pick between different things. So do we want military grade, fire tons of homing missiles? Or do we want to have arrows that orbit the archer and then power them up? Or do we want to do a lot of crits? Honestly, all of these are good and you can do a whole lot of different type of builds even with just the same character, and you do unlock more and more of these packages as you level up your character. So there is not a single run that will look the same. For now, homing missiles sounds pretty fun. We unlock all kinds of abilities, so we do need to kind of check back. We have Strategize. Once per night, if you do not fire a basic attack for 8 seconds, you gain 3 attack until the end of the night. I actually don't like this ability that much, mostly because it requires me to stop firing. We do have this one, so killing 25 missiles fires 2 homing missiles. That's really, really good. And then we have that same attack speed thing over here. And then we have Scorch Earth, and you fire 3 homing missiles at the start of the night. Every 3rd homing missile you fire applies burning. Okay, so combining this one with this one is super, super good. We have 5 talent points. Even though I don't particularly like this ability, I don't think it's super, super good or anything. Let's just go through it to get to this one. This is going to have those homing missiles spawn for every 25 enemies we kill. Then we definitely want to pick up this one, and here's another one of those. Oh, actually there's another one over here, and they do stack. So these 3 abilities together will make sure that I get 6 homing missiles every 25 enemies I kill. However, we're going to need quite a few more talent points for me to demonstrate that, but we're only on night 5. So remember that, there's 15 more nights to go, a lot of talent points to be gained. There we go, I managed that correctly this time around. Look at me. I still only have 1 ability though. It would be probably quite useful to get another active ability that I can, well, yeah, you know, use to kill my enemies. There you saw the homing missiles flying around for a second though. I am not super powerful, honestly. And I did get hit there, which is a bit of a shame, but I am a little bit underpowered. I didn't get any damage abilities, I think, just 1, I think. So, yeah, that's a little bit of a shame, but let's see. It's only going to take me 2 to get this one, and then we can 1, go 3. So that should spawn those 6 homing missiles every time. Oh, we actually have an active ability over here, Frost Trap. So we can put some traps down and use that. And what's this over here? Landing a critical strike reduces the cooldown of a random ability by 1 second. I'm not sure that's super useful at the moment, but anyway. Let's get us some more talent points in night number 6. Now, hopefully you notice how fast this game goes. It's really like, have a quick night, then take some more abilities, then ramp up the difficulty, take another night, take more abilities, and so on. And those 20 nights will fly by really, really quickly. And, well, if you die before that, it's going to end even more quickly than that. And there is a definite chance that might happen even in this run. And I am going to just keep recording even if that happens, because, yeah, you know, you deserve to see how the game looks. Okay, so 5 more talent points. That's nice. So let's pick up. This one costs 2, right? Yeah, so I can pick this one up. There we go. So now we got some more range, we got some more experience gain, and we got 3 homing missiles at the start of every night. But on top of that, the other homing missiles that spawn from these abilities will also benefit from that every 3rd homing missile you fire applies burning ability. So these things do interact with each other, which is going to turn into some pretty decent damage, I hope. Look, homing missiles. Now right now these homing missiles are actually not lasting that long, but if you get a kind of lucky build, but also you do need to think about what direction you go on the talent tree and things like that, But you can get builds that kind of just clutter the entire screen, which is really, really fun. And that really goes for the whole bullet hell type of approach. There we go. I should not be too shy on using my abilities, because remember, I do get charges back every now and then. Although if you don't have any abilities... Now, actually, any homing missiles that we end up at the end of a night with will transfer to the next night. So we didn't have any of those for the moment, but yeah, that could happen. Is there anything else on the map that we can see? Not really. I am going to pick up the frost trap. What's this? Your attacks have an 80% chance to fire another attack in the same direction. I guess that's as good as any. Oh, what's this? Barricade. Place a barricade for 15 seconds that deals 1 damage and knocks back all enemies that hit it. Doesn't really have any overlap with my current ability, so I could just go in a completely different direction. Is there any damage we can see on the map? Actually, there's some damage over here, so I am going to go there, because that's just going to charge up every single attack that I do. And just 1 damage is actually quite a lot. If you look at my stats over here, I only have 6 damage right now. But that's a 12% increase, and that could be the difference between actually killing an enemy in 1 shot or not. And it's mostly for that reason that you do want to make sure you get up your damage as high as possible, because one-shotting enemies is just super powerful in this game. Ooh. I just did that in time. Those bats are so quick. Having the traps, though, is really nice, because if something gets too close, then the traps will take care of that. You could just see a bat getting hit by one of those traps. Once again, sometimes they do get hit by the traps, even though I don't necessarily want them to. I mean, I could have handled that myself for the most part, but anyway, can't complain. If everything dies, then there's no problem with that. Okay, so let's take the damage. What's this? It's more healing. Oh, a blast quiver. That's really nice. So any attack that I do has a 10% chance to explode and do some AoE damage, so that's always good. Let's also get some experience up. What's this then? Your attack speed is increased by 25% if you fire homing missiles instead of basic attacks for the next 5 seconds. Did I just completely miss that? Well, I'm definitely picking that one up. Sadly, I can't do that right now, but some more... Should I pick some more range or attack speed, or maybe, I don't know, move into a other direction? Not sure I'm thrilled about a barricade. So maybe... Well, we can actually just move in this direction in general. We already have this one. So I actually don't need to do that. Okay, hold on. We have a mystery talent over here. That could be interesting. Range is always good. Let's just pick the mystery, and that's health. Well, okay, that could not have gone worse, but we'll have to deal with it. Look at my homing missiles flying around. I get some more homing missiles at the start of the night. It's starting to look like a bullet hell. Not too much yet, but we'll get there. We'll get there. It'd be really nice to get one of more of those talent packages. Maybe even one with more homing missiles could really be fun. Got scared there for a moment. It's actually interesting that I'm pretty sure that the path on the top and bottom is shorter than the one from the left and right. Initially I thought it was kind of just a visual thing, that was not actually the case. But it seems that my range, if I aim for the top... Oh, that was actually a really easy night. If I aim for the top, I definitely hit further into the lane than if I hit to the sides. Okay, so let's pick up a Rocket Man. There we go. What's this? Gumball Collector. Super useful, but let's just go in this direction anyway. Let's pick up some more attack speed. I actually have no idea where we're going, but I'm not interested in those abilities, so I'm just going to find something more useful on the other side. Now, how does this work? Your attack speed is increased by 25%. You fire homing missiles. Okay. So if I do this, I'm just gonna spam a whole lot of homing missiles. Okay then. That does make it a lot harder to aim, actually. That's something to take note of. So, yeah, not sure I'm super thrilled about that particular ability, honestly. I mean, the attack speed is nice, but... Well... we go. Let's summon some more of those. So we actually start the next night with 3 of them. And we gain another 5 talent points. Now, I do hope we're going to find something more interesting on this part of the map. So far, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, sure. More gumball collectors. Come on, guys. Show me something interesting. I want 1 more of those talent packages. Okay. Well, the good thing is, though, that high attack speed is not a bad thing at all. So getting some more of those is actually going to make me into kind of like a machine gun. And that's one way of doing damage. It's not the most interesting way, honestly, but it is a way that I can direct into the lane I needed to. So from that perspective, it's not too bad. Okay, things are definitely ramping up in difficulty right here. Let's fire some more homing missiles. I am completely out of cooldowns. Well, that's a good thing because the night is over. There we go. We're in the second half of the 20 nights now, so things are in the red. As you can see, the nights are in the red now. Some more range is good. XP, maybe? So this, I thought a new thing popped up there, but nope. Nope. Ah, come on, people. Find me something interesting. I'm making a YouTube video over here. It's actually, I think, the longest time I went so far playing this game without finding something that really excited me to pick up. Let's put it like that. None of those things that we're picking up are bad, don't get me wrong. But you know, having more arrows to fire, more homing missiles, things like that are definitely more fun. Hell, even more traps could be fun. Okay, I don't know how I did that, but I'm not complaining. Okay, I just did spam all my cooldowns, so any new charges would be highly appreciated, okay? And we just got 1 of our machine gun charges back, so that's nice. Just in case we need it, but I think we'll be fine. Haven't actually seen those blobs before, but I think we did that entire thing without getting hit, and 7 talent points is really nice. So what's this? This is a heal, which we could pick up just to kind of... 1 ring, gain 1 of every common talent. I mean, it's not the best one, but let's pick this one up just in case we do get hurt and makes us a lot more survivable. Let's see, and then we're going to move in this direction. Now we do actually have to figure out how to get here. It looks like maybe we could go down here, or we need to go on top. Going down here is good either way because there's the damage increase. But it's going to be interesting to find out how this actually works. That's a lot of homing missiles, and they're all gone. Yeah. That's the downside of those homing missiles. If they all go for the same target, they can kind of get wasted. There's a different ability actually. Ooh. Those bats are so fast. And then if they also have shields and extra HP, they get really nasty. Let's fire some more homing missiles. Okay, well, you might have noticed that I'm getting slightly more quiet because I do need to focus to not die. But night number 14 done, and we're moving on. Okay, so let's see if we can get to that 1 ring. Yeah, so we can actually go down here, pick up that damage, pick up some more health. What's this? This is more attack speed? I mean, it's not that far away, so let's just pick it up. And then next night we should be able to get the 1 ring. You get 1 of every common talent, so that's pretty much 1 of all of these white things. But getting, for the investment of 2, something that's an equivalent value of something like 7 or 8 is really, really good. And don't forget that 1 of those common talents is also damage. So just for that, it's pretty much already worth picking up. And you also get attack speed, you get range, you get crits. What else do you get? You get health. Is that it? Oh, you got experience actually, the experience up. I'm actually not entirely sure what else you get from the top of my mind, but it's probably good. Oh, you get knockback, I believe. That's one of the other common talents I try to avoid, but yeah, I mean, it's not a bad thing, knocking back enemies. Let's go machine gun, there we go. Let's fire some more homing missiles. I do think the homing missiles work better as kind of like a support to other abilities. Did I get hit there? Yeah, I think I did. That's a bit of a shame, but we're still doing okay, I think. Now, if I could get one more of those gumballs that actually give me charges back, batteries back, that would be super nice. Still, we got 9 talent points, I'm not complaining. Should I pick up this as well? No, let's just keep moving in this direction. So, this is one of every common talent, and then what's this? Blast Squibber, yeah, I definitely want to pick that up. This is kind of like a dead end, actually. That's interesting. There is more... Oh, there's an energy collector over here, but I'm not sure how to get there. Not through this side, so we're going to need to go here. Do I want to go through here? This is the shorter way, I think. And yeah, I think if we go up here, we should be able to work our way in that direction. And getting just one more of those battery charge thingies will go a long way to make sure we can just spam our abilities. I definitely should start the night out by casting my homing missiles because they replace your normal attacks, they're actually kind of hard to cast sometimes. You kind of need to clear the way first with like another ability and then spam the homing missiles, but then the homing missiles are gone pretty quick actually. Oh well, we're not doing that bad. We're on night number 15 already. Not the most thrilling build I've done so far, but you can see that because we're killing so many more enemies, we actually get more homing missiles as well. So every now and then there's a whole bunch of them flying around. There we go. Alright. The nice thing about the homing missiles though is that they will never miss. I mean, it's a guaranteed attack, and so every now and then you could see me firing like into nowhere, which is not necessarily where you want to be. And now we actually end the night with a whole bunch of homing missiles that will transfer to the next one. Queens will now appear. Well, I'm not too excited about that, but let's get some more range, more experience. Oh, okay, did not expect this to be a dead end as well. How are we supposed to get there? That's a very long way around. Well, in that case, let's see, we can go here for extra range, we can go here for health and knockback that I don't care about. So I guess we'll take this one. This is some more crits, some more HP. What's this? Safety Mush. You gain knockback power and an extra life, resurrecting 50 health points and instantly killing all enemies after death. I mean, I don't plan on dying, but it's nice reinsurance, I guess. There is so much knockback on this map, really. I mean, that's like the least useful ability, in my opinion. I don't want to knock things back, I want things to die. Oh! Hey, homing missiles. Leave some for me, will you? Night number 16, so just a couple more nights to go. And then we can get a new run going. Not entirely sure. I'll check how long this run is, whether or not I'm going to do a second run now. I'm probably going to post more than one run this week though, because, well, it's the best way to get an impression on how this game looks, and there's different aspects of it, different builds, and even if this one doesn't appeal to you, just check out some of the other videos and you might find that does appeal to you, and you can get a better judge on the game before you decide whether or not to get it for yourself, even though the game is, I think, like $4 or something like that. And it's definitely going to give you several hours of fun if you do enjoy it. So it's hard to argue with that value. Look at the amount of homing missiles though. Working like intended. Elwood actually going to all transfer to the start of the next night. That's awesome. Okay, so there's damage. I'm going to go out of my way to pick this up. Charmed weapon. Oh, what's over here then? The Vortex Shrink Ray ability. Fire a beam of energy, applying shrink to all enemies in a direction, then duplicating them? Well, if we duplicate... Oh, so shrink reduces size and reduces maximum health to 1. And then we get twice as many enemies. So that would actually mean that we get a lot more homing missiles out of that. Is that the combo that we could be looking at? I am never going to reach this at this rate because I had to go so far around. So I guess that means we will move into this direction. I think we can reach this one still, though. Do I want to pick up charms or weapon is the question, though. I mean, critical strike by itself is not bad. It's double damage, I believe, by default. You can actually upgrade that as well, but we didn't get any of those upgrades so far. Yeah, I think I'll just go through there. Pick that up. I'm getting so much knockback. I am actually going to go the long way around because I don't care about health and knockback, but I do care about range and attack speed. And then hopefully next night we'll be able to reach the other one. And get ourselves a shrink ray. I wonder if that means that like these larger enemies that definitely have more than 1 HP get instantly shrunk to 1 as well. There's probably a massive cooldown on that ability though. As well as a limited amount of uses. We'll find out. Well, I am actually not sure if I'm going to survive this night. This is so much damage here already. On the other hand, because there are so many enemies on the screen, we do get quite a few homing missiles out of that first talent package that we unlocked. So there's that. There is a lot of things dying. Yeah, we're still fine, we're still fine. I'm okay. The batteries are doing their job though. I couldn't imagine this run without that ability. If you see that and you're playing an archer, pick it up. I think that's a pretty self-explanatory thing. There we go. I think actually the traps also carry over, so that was a lot of homing missiles also carrying over. What was I doing? I was going to go in... Oh, that direction. I was clicking a little bit too fast there. That's a lot of experience that I'm never going to use. Damn it. Well, no. Let's go for the shrink ray. There we go. This is one annoying map this time around. I haven't seen the massive dead ends being this bad so far. But yeah, that brings us to our 4th ability. There's only 1 charge on this. Okay, so we do have to be careful about when we use this. But I think I'm just going to test it out as soon as we have like a whole bunch of enemies. Because I do want to see how this works. There we go. Oh, everything instantly died, so I actually have no idea what that did. Well, there is worse things than enemies instantly dying, but that is not defeating the purpose though. I hate those bats. The bats sneak up on me. I never see them coming. I'm not doing that bad though, I think. Oh, that's a lot of enemies. Look at those cute tiny little things on the left. Yeah, I think the shrink ray was not the worst investment. And I'm not sure if you just got a new charge for that or if that is just... Let's make sure I don't get hit. Hold up. No talking, more killing. Okay, let's shoot some more homing missiles at the end of the night. There we go, and that all carries over. Nice. Okay, so shrink ray was definitely a good pick. Oh, look, there's a talent package. The real question is, well, A, do we get there in time? Probably not, but we might as well try because damage is on the way here. Attack speed, crits, more attack speed, range, experience. Oh, actually, we got so many talents. There we go. Okay, so charge up. Tons of ability charges. Could be okay, but honestly, I'm not super thrilled about what we have, and I think we're doing fine there. We could do with more critical strike chance, although we already have quite a bit of that. We do get effects on crit as well. Let's go for this one. This is all about firing arrows that then start orbiting you. It's kind of like the homing missiles, but rather than actually homing in on anything, they just fly circles around you, which actually works quite well in combination, I think, with these homing missiles. So let's pick that up. We do need to check out where my abilities are, though. So my first 5 shots each day fire an additional orbital arrow, and they will be guaranteed to be a crit. I can actually pick none of this up yet because I'm out of talents. So I am definitely going to want to pick this one up next night. What is this? Coral Quiver. Your basic attacks fire an additional arrow. Wow. And your shots are a fabulous pink color. Well, it's a shame I'm never going to be able to get there in time. But, yeah. Anyway, next night. we'll deal with that on the next night. Now let's shoot more homing arrows. There we go. I am going to start to use my abilities a little bit more liberally, just to make sure I am using them. That's a lot of enemies there that we just shrunk down. Yeah, so there's definitely only one charge, but I am getting charges back, so I think I'm just going to use my shrinking ray on cooldown. Something like this, whenever there's a lot of things in single lane. And it's a sad thing, you can't actually see the orbiting arrows yet, because we didn't pick up any abilities to do with them. But I have one more night to show you that, so whoa, that was a completely wasted shrink ray, because I was shooting at the wrong direction. Okay. Well, you can see the whole bullet hell thing definitely now. This is not even the worst bullet hell that I've made so far. The best, depending on how you want to phrase that. But I think we're doing pretty well. Okay, so 13 talent points. Okay, so bring on the Typhoon. That is going to spawn some of those. Then Gust Quiver will give us 5% chance to fire an additional basic attack with an orbital arrow. So this is just going to buff the attacks that I'm already doing, which is also why having high attack speed is really nice to have in combination with this. And your basic attacks deal an additional 1 damage for every 2 range traveled. So this is actually a nice combination with those arrows flying very large distances. Let's get that as well. Oh, another one of those battery abilities. That is so nice. I could almost get this, but let's stick with what we already have, mostly because we can't actually get there. Let's pick up another Gust Quiver. Now we have 2 more abilities. How much is this? This is just 1. Yeah, let's buff our attack. So what we just gained is a massive amount of power. We get a lot of orbital arrows. They all crit, and again, that holds for all my orbital arrows. We have a 5, 10, 15% chance to fire one of those orbital arrows every time we shoot. And then on top of that, there is going to be up to 9 damage additional to every attack that I do, depending on how far it travels. And we get more ability charges. Now, I think, / hope, we should be able to get through the night just fine. Music gets a little bit more intense. I'm just going to spawn my homing missiles whenever I can. Maybe clear the way a little bit. There we go. I still have my shrinking ray. I definitely maybe should not be talking, but yeah, you know. It's kind of fun to keep in the zone while you're talking as well. Those homing missiles all firing. Every now and then we do get quite low on the amount of homing missiles. I do very much like those traps. Even though they just sit there most of the time, every now and then, if something just manages to creep through, my traps will usually... I just wasted another shrinking arrow. Yeah, I want to place a trap. Anyway, usually the traps will take care of whatever comes through, so that's very nice. Look at my attack speed. I mean, those abilities that I picked up earlier that I didn't really like, that gave you attack speed for the rest of the night, are now definitely paying off. And they're a super combination in combination with those orbital arrows. Look at how much stuff is flying around now. The main thing is that the orbital arrows do actually not get a chance to hit. That was super easy. I did not expect that to be that easy, but let me show you what the roguelike part of this game is. So you get experience depending on how well you did. You gain some more talents that you can then pick between. Energy collector being the obvious awesome one. And as you level up your class, you also get more packages you pick from. Those will then appear on the map. So initially you only have like 3 or 4 types of abilities that you can pick up. But for example, you can get minefield to upgrade your traps, or you can get bounties that activate more often, and so on. So you can just pick these. You can't guarantee them to show up, but they will be added to the mix. I'm all the way up to master level 6 now. New challenges unlocked, a summoner class unlocked, and actually let's go and look at the classes that we have available. Because now we were playing an archer, but I also unlocked several other classes. So we just unlocked the summoner, which is not It looks initially doesn't look that much different from the Archer. I have actually seen this class in play already from other content creators. It summons like little minions and sends those at the enemy. It kind of feels like the Archer, but that can completely evolve differently. The Warrior is actually a melee unit, so that's interesting. Now we have the Wizard that does, like the Archer, do fire like range spells, but can do like completely different combinations. And each of these classes do get their own skill packages, so every game will look different. Anyway, that was a first look at Talented. I will make a few more videos probably on this just to show you some of the other classes. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you're still here, you are awesome. I do hope to catch you in the next one.